Alright, everybody, we're back with more stickman trenches. Now, also, you know what? I figured out why the Russians are so strong. Now, the reason is because all of these abilities work together. It's literally just more riflemen. Let's go to let's go to Germany, the German Empire. None of these things combine. Poisonous gas ability, reloads faster, faster stormtrooper spawn rate, heavy tank now is flamethrower. None of that works together well. The ones that have the ability to work together with their other upgrades will work way better than the ones that don't. So let's look at United Kingdom. They have all this stuff about artillery, but the problem is all of this stuff is for different artillery. This is for normal artillery barrage, this is for precision, this is for their creeping barrage. So none of that really works together either. It's all artillery, but it doesn't work together. Republic of France. Just faster. Okay, now this is good because it's all tanks, but the problem is this is for light tanks, this is for medium tanks, this is for heavy tanks. So none of that works together because you're not going to be spamming out all those tanks at the same time. And then for here, well, Austria-Hungary doesn't have its own thing yet. They just have cheaper infantry right now, which again, you should just play the Russian Empire if you want that. But listen, I'm going to play the German Empire, and I'm going to show how different it is to play. We're going to play map 6, because this is a more balanced map, I feel. And I'll play this first one as Germany, then the second one as Russia. Now, none of this stuff really helps, except for increased accuracy. I feel like that one's more useful. So let's get our soldier out there. Let's just get a shotgunner, because why not? Now, I'm actually going to hold here for right now. I want them to rush first. So we're gonna have all these guys set up here, and then we're gonna send them out to attack. Because remember, we do have better accuracy than they do. So rush them. We should win this. Ooh, actually, we might not. Okay, there we have the German Stormtrooper. We're actually going to hold here because they have a better defensive line because of this. And we better hope reinforcements get here fast. Okay, now, see, the German Stormtrooper shoots fast. He has long range. He has a gas mask and a grenade, which is, I'm pretty sure, is an anti-tank grenade. So basically, he has all of these upgrades already. But, and also, we do have a bunch of these upgrades available. There. I spent all my XP on stuff. Yeah, so see, we could get a lot of upgrades. And also, yeah, this guy dies slower. He's a very elite and efficient troop, but the problem is just this gameplay is so much slower than actually playing the Russians, and so much riskier. Okay, receive 1 medal. More accuracy, chance to throw grenades for all units. See, now they have grenades. Alright. Another thing is, $200 is a bit too expensive. And that it's impossible to actually build a push with the Stormtroopers. Especially with how easy it is for them to just die, because guess what? They can shoot in the run, meaning they don't stop like these guys. They'll just rush forwards and shoot me, and they're at the front lines, meaning they're gonna die. Which I understand, they're an offensive troop, not a defensive one, but let's get 3 Stormtroopers there, and then let's get another rifleman, another shotgunner, then we'll go on the offensive. It's just that if I was playing the Russian army, I would have already had enough troops to just steamroll this entire thing. As you see, we're already 2 minutes in, that's a pretty long time. Alright, and then, you know what, we'll get another Stormtrooper. Okay, maybe... See, that's the problem. We just lost a Stormtrooper. We lost half of our guys there because we were building up our push. But unfortunately for the enemy, they don't got nothing. So we can just rush and we should be able to kill them all. Yeah, but see, there goes 2 of our Stormtroopers. Let's get increased movement speed. Faster cooldown. See, it's just... What are we supposed to do against this? Alright, let's get a Stormtrooper. Maybe we should just invest more into upgrading, I don't know. Because here's the thing, the Stormtrooper is worthless unless we have enough units to actually support him. And, you know, this Stormtrooper could technically be like, you know, like a special unit, like you only need 1 or 2 officers. But the problem with that is, the officer's just a better unit to be supported. Although I will say having these boots makes them so much faster. I mean, it's easier to reinforce. But yeah, look at that, they all died. Yeah, we just lost. Okay, let's try that again, but this time we're just gonna start with a Stormtrooper and we're just gonna spam out Stormtroopers. Instead of actually getting anything else. And then we're gonna reinforce them with non-Stormtrooper units. Let's just go in pure offensive then, alright? We're the German Empire. We're the offensive empire. And that $200 just got wasted, yeah. I just don't know what I'm supposed to do against all this, you know? I can't play two, you know, let's try a different map then. Maybe it's just the map I'm on I'm not good at. Let's try, map 8, because there's way more land, so I guess I could be more offensive here. Okay, so, Stormtrooper, bye. And then, honestly, maybe we... See, the thing is, yeah, you can get them to spawn, you can get faster training to be able to get them again. But that doesn't really work well, because they cost too much to actually spam out. You're not making enough money to spam out Stormtroopers. And I feel like I advanced a bit too far. Yeah, there we go. I advanced too far, we lose. Okay, let's... Maybe that's just not how we're supposed to play it, right? Let's just get this, and send out some units. Maybe the Stormtrooper is supposed to be a later game thing, and I'm trying to use him too early. But then again, you know, we're the German Empire. We're supposed to be heavily offensive. Technically, we're in a better position because we have shotgunners, so we could just rush them. Now we can't rush them because they have better stuff. Who are we fighting even? I think these are the French. I'm not sure, though. I don't remember which color's which. Alright, now we have 2 medals. We'll put that towards nothing, honestly. I'd probably want to get a faster movement speed. Actually, no, let's just get the Stormtrooper. Although I do want faster movement speed, because I feel like that's actually really good for the Germans. Okay, let's just attack. And that's the problem with the shotgunners. They have to get too close to actually be effective. See, they're all dead. Okay, Stormtroopers. Defend. Okay, yeah, okay, so that worked out well, but that's only because they were a bit preoccupied. You know what, maybe, I don't know, man, I just don't know what to think about it, because it's just not good enough to justify the cost, but then sometimes it's really good because the enemy missed. You know what we need? We need body armor. That would really help us. Like, something to either, well, actually, increasing our accuracy would be really good, because then we hit more shots with the Stormtrooper. Let's just reinforce this so we get shot less. I'm not actually sure how much that increases the chance of getting shot less. It's gotta be somewhat high, or else it's kind of worthless. And again, dude, with the Soviets, we'd already have, not the Soviets, the Russians. Because it's World War I, not World War II. With the Russians, we'd already have all the medals we needed. Versus with this one, we're having to wait a lot to get any of the needed medals. Okay, now, we do have an advantage here because they don't have... Okay, yeah, that's... we had an advantage because they didn't reinforce as fast as we did, but no, we don't have an advantage anymore. Alright, let's just send troops to this line back here. No, you're gonna attack. Okay, yeah, no, see, that's just not working. Versus, let's try... I don't remember which map I was on. This map, Brutal Russian Empire. Because, yeah, we don't have all those cool upgrades and whatnot, because they're all locked, but we don't need them. When we can rush across the battlefield with over double the units they have, we're already basically at their home base. Let's send these guys over the lines. Attack. Yeah, summon riflemen, sure. And look at that, wow, we were able to get farther in. And it doesn't matter if we get pushed back, because that's the entire goal here. We want to actually get pushed back. That way they advance and we can attack. That's how we get more medals. Attack. And honestly, the AI doesn't ever actually get themselves upgrades till really late game, so we're fine. And actually, we might just get a really early win here because they're not doing good at all. This is on the hardest difficulty. All right, you guys attack. Actually, no, we'll send these guys over to that trench, and then we'll just hold all our actual guys in this trench. Actually, we're just gonna send those guys over too. And there we go. Everything's maxed out. Now we're getting like five Russians each. And all we have to do is get faster spawn rates, so we can just spam out more Russians. See, this is the exact same map on the exact same difficulty, and we're doing way better by just spamming riflemen. So the problem is balancing, you know? Everyone else kind of just sucks. And and the reason is because their abilities don't work together. If the Germans had an ability that like reduced the cost of the units, or I don't know, increased like the fire rate of their units, and it was just in a row like this, something that worked together that upgraded like all the infantry, that would work. So I think if they were to balance the game, they need to make the faction upgrade trees better by making them more work together. Because the reason this one's so good is because it works together really well, whereas all the other ones don't work together. Honestly, you could take away, because these work so well together, you could take away everything here and they'd still be viable. Alright, attack. We don't even need grenades. The machine guns can only kill so many. Alright, they only have so many bullets for so many of them. And look, we're already winning. We can even buy this, and we're upgrading their own trenches because we're gonna just do better than them, you know? And the thing is, they're never gonna be able to win this because we can just produce more people than they can. We can just send in more army men, and then bam, we win. Now, let's try that same thing, but as the British United Kingdom, which I'll admit is a bit better. It is a bit better. I don't think it's the greatest, but it's definitely, I think, better balancing. Let's get the flamethrower here. I'm not sure why. And there we go. We went the creepy mirage because it's the faction's whole thing, you know. Right, now we're gonna hold this trench right here. Upgrade. We do want that machine gun though, because we're not going to be able to fight. Why are we fighting the French? Now I just gotta hope that they let me build a machine gun. You see, we have to play too defensive as any other faction. I really wish there was like a speed up time thing in the top left. That'd be really useful. Alright, so they're getting their own machine gun. And also the problem with the enemy AI is they can upgrade their machine gun before they actually have a machine gun. I think that should be fixed. I don't think they should be able to upgrade the machine gun before the machine gun actually gets there. Okay, so we got this guy here. We're actually going to send these two forwards. Again, I never actually find use out of any of these guys, except for the machine gunner. He's pretty good on defense. Simply because they die, and then they're just more expensive riflemen. See, riflemen are the best because they have long range, They cost very low amounts. They can actually defend themselves, and if they die, it doesn't matter. Versus this guy costs like $200, and the only thing he has going for him is some splash damage if he can make it over here to actually fire once. And at that rate, it's literally just better to get grenades. I want them to rush us. So what we're gonna actually have to do here is we're gonna have to go back, head forwards. Yep, got him. We faked our own retreat. Unfortunately, we got hit by a lot of damage. Alright, well, we have a lot of money now, but we have nothing to do with it, so I might as well just buy a creeping barrage. Oh, if we actually survive this attack. Alright, okay, that's pretty good. That's okay. Alright, that's not bad. Especially compared to the normal artillery. Problem is, our units still suck. So, we almost lost that one. See, again, as the Russians, I never had to do all this, alright? It was so much easier. I just wish there was a way to just set it so that some guys would just walk past this. Like a way to, like, lock this into place. So that the guys currently in here stay and everyone else just rushes over. That would be a really good quality of life thing to add. Are they gonna add it? No. Probably not. Alright, increase speed, please. Need you guys to move a little faster. If they take this trench, we lose $200. Yep, we lose $200. Because I spent it on the thingy. Okay, let's get a machine gunner. Alright, he's decent, and again, they're not attacking here. I don't know why. Yeah, there goes our machine gunner. See, there's really no point buying anything expensive. Again, there's nothing we can do here. And let's do the same thing as the Republic of France. And all we have is tank stuff. So are we're just gonna use a light tank? No, because we can't afford it right off the bat. So we need to get our first medal to be able to unlock the light tank. Now, honestly, France might be okay because they have this tank ability. Like, better tanks is okay, I think. I mean, I think they could be better, but I don't know. Better tanks is not bad. Problem is that none of the stuff combines together. Like, listen, if this was like increase movement speed of tanks, increase tank defense, and this one would be like, I don't know, decrease cost of tanks. If that was all together, then they'd be really powerful with tanks. They could be tank experts. Right now, they're just guys who have an ability that relates to tanks, but does not really help them in any way, shape, or form. Okay, there we go. Now all we have to do is buy a really expensive tank, and we're gonna steamroll the enemies. And remember, this tank is fast. Very scary, I know. Alright, and yeah, here comes all the enemies. They've got riflemen, and they've got shotgunners. I think that we should just save up for our tank, and then we should just support our tank with the running forwards mechanic, you know? The very useful mechanic of just telling these guys, hey, run forwards to your death. We're not going to be able to actually afford a tank here. Alright, we're just not going to be able to. What we need to do, actually, is we need to buy this. To be able to defend ourselves. I guess we should play France more defensively, like, only go out to, like, here, or here. And then make our tank, and then we just try to steamroll the enemy all at once. I guess that could work. I don't really like that idea. I don't think it's the greatest. Not sure what upgrading this thing actually does, if it just reduces the chance that I'll get hit. I don't know. Yeah, let's do that. Let's play a bit more defensively. Let's reinforce our train. We're only going to go to here, right? This is the line. Here's where we're gonna stay. Unfortunately, the enemies are rushing forwards rather fast. There we go. Honestly, I don't really see the point of a heavy tank. What are we going to use it for, really? Because I think like the light tank is just better in a lot of cases. Okay, and now all we need to do is just save up for the machine gunner, but the problem is we can't get any medals unless they attack us. And we need medals to actually be able to buy our tank. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to rush over. Unfortunately, we died. So we're going to have to defend this now. Okay, well, at least we got our tank unlocked. Okay, all we need to do is really just attack them. Come on. Okay. And I think what we really need to do is just attack and retreat. So now let's actually stack up units here in this area. Oh, actually, wait, just attack. We can get rid of this, then retreat. Okay, we cannot do what I just said. Alright, what do we get here? Faster tanks, honestly not really worth it right now. I feel like increasing the movement speed of our units in total. Nah, let's just increase the accuracy. And then let's just buy the tank outright with medals. Okay, let's just buy the tank, and then we'll just support it by spamming riflemen when it gets up here. There's our tank. All our guys are dying. Attack with the tank. Okay, maybe France is good. I don't know how we're gonna fare against the machine gun, though. Oh yeah, that's just eating away at our health. But here's the thing, the tank is drawing all the aggro. So it allows us to clear trenches. However, the problem is it's gonna break soon. Let's just buy another tank. We'll stop advancing here. Did you not just hear what I said? I said stop advancing here. These guys, they never listen to me. They never, ever listen to me. Alright, problem is we need guys to support the tanks. Otherwise, the tanks are not as good, the more glorified machine guns. Especially the light tank here. It does not have the best defensive capabilities. But then again, not the worst. I might be able to actually get another tank. Okay, maybe France is not as bad as I thought. Maybe France is a bit... just a little bit underpowered. Could use some additional strength. Appears to be a more defensive early game, very offensive late game unit. Let's receive some medals. Let's get faster light tanks. And let's get some more accuracy on our guys here. Now we just gotta wait for the next tank to come up. Let's just buy some medals. Not buy medals, but use our medals to buy stars. I really wish you could have tanks stop moving, that we could build up a tank push, but I understand why that's not a thing. That would be overpowered. Another tank. I mean, listen. It's okay. It's pretty powerful. It's decent. Would I say that it's super powerful? Not in the slightest. Not one bit. Would I say it's okay? Yeah, definitely. I think this is definitely a pretty good... Honestly, if anything, I want to kind of send the infantrymen first. Which is a bit odd, because I sort of want the infantrymen to die. Because I want the infantry to tank for the tanks. If that makes any sense. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, that was okay, alright? The French are not that bad. And then the last one we're gonna play, not on this map, it's a completely different map. On this last one we're gonna play on this map is Austro-Hungary, who does not currently have anything. They're still working on that, and they just have cheaper units, which honestly I don't mind. But if they were to add another faction, I think it should probably be like Italy. I feel like Austro-Hungary is very offensive because they have cheaper units. I mean, now listen, the cheaper unit thing might not seem very useful, but you're definitely going to summon in more than 7 of these guys. I mean, you basically get a free one. But here's the thing, with the Russians, you literally just get free ones. But this makes all the infantry cheaper, not just the riflemen becomes more riflemen. So we can actually outproduce the enemy in both fields of offense and defense. I did that backwards. This is defense, that's offense. I think the best thing to do is honestly the same thing as before. Maybe grenades this time, because we are a more swarmy faction. Receive money. Okay, that did not work at all. We got completely mowed down. We all died. Let's receive a medal. Let's just hold there. Let's get faster movement, that way we can reinforce the lines faster. Because it doesn't matter if they're as good, it just matters if they can get there in a quick time. We're gonna have to do that, alright? I didn't want to do it, we had to do it. Okay, you know what? Because we're fast, we can actually reinforce while we're already attacking. That's not that bad. Alright, they're not gonna do good, so let's do this. Quickly get them down before they can get it. There we go, and then attack forwards again. Okay, how much faster is this? 20% faster? That feels way faster than 20%, but you know what? We're gonna go with it. I think we should also get more advanced scopes. Simply because, we have so many units. Oh wait, they have nothing defending here. And because we're fast, we can also clear that out way better. Alright, yeah, let's get grenades, alright? Okay, you know what? Austro-Hungary is pretty powerful because they have cheaper units. I mean, I can afford to just spam units. So I guess even with I guess it's just their passive faction buff can be very good as well. I think we should get increase. Ah, shoot. You know what? Actually, it would be cool. You know, in the stickman games, you know, the enemies have health bars. Maybe they can add health bars to this game. Actually, no, I don't think so. Maybe one shot is fatal is better. But I'd also prefer more control of the units. And you know, the reason I'm criticizing this game is because it's actually, I like this game, alright? That's why I'm criticizing it. Alright, so we have... See, we can get reinforcements very fast. Okay, now that I think about it, my suggested thing for the Russians is not good at all. Because this is too strong, and so is that. I guess all the abilities are just a bit too overtuned, and maybe it should be a bit more balanced. I don't know how, though. I'm not a game balancer, right? Yeah, summon flamethrower. Sure. Even the machine gunner's cheaper. Wow. This really is a really good faction, then. You know what? Maybe then for, like, the upgrades, they should literally just make it units are cheaper. Actually, no, that'd actually be a pretty good base infantry upgrade, like maybe like right here for like 6 medals. You can make it like units are slightly cheaper. I think that would actually be maybe too strong. Alright, and then we also do have the machine gun tank. And we have the tank, and then we have the poisonous gas, which is not a tank. But you people should understand that. Okay, machine gunner, here he comes. And also, Austro-Hungarians have a bunch of different hats. Let's just attack. Let's just do it. That was a bad idea, but it didn't play out the worst. Okay, yeah, that actually played out really bad. You know, honestly, if I just spam shotgunners, I don't think there's anything I can do about it. Okay, let's just defend here then. Okay, let's get that and that. Now we have a chance to survive being hit. It's only a 10% chance, but it's still a chance nonetheless. See, that guy has it. Okay, not the word. And also, English. I think that actually is pretty powerful. Maybe this is more how the game's meant to be played. The Russians are just the outlier. And the game's really meant to be more defensive. But the problem is, with defensives, the AI only ever attacks and they have the advantage. And they never do, like, any sort of strategy of falling back. And either the AI plays really bad or plays way too good. Okay, let's get a machine gunner. Maybe you get 2 of these guys. Here he comes, and actually I can't really, it's not that I can't afford it, so it takes too long to get him back. So I guess maybe this would be a good upgrade to get next. Another machine gunner. We really just need more units, because we can outproduce how many units they produce. Let's get another machine gunner as reinforcements. Just throw those grenades. You can do it. Most of you died, but it was worth it. Also, the grenade on their side is one of those, like, stick grenades. But when they actually throw it, it turns into a frag grenade. Versus, it shows them throwing the anti-tank grenade when they're supposed to be throwing the hand grenade, and then probably vice versa, I'm guessing, for the tank grenade. I thought they only have 1 grenade. And just the model next to them is wrong. Alright, let's attack again. Okay, let's summon a tank then. If we can summon a tank, that's good. That's good for us. Also, for a machine gunner, he fires very slow. It says fastest fire rate, but I also feel like shotgunners shoot faster. Okay, we have more of this. Let's get faster units summoning. Okay, precision artillery completely missed, because I guess the AI uses precision artillery the same way it uses normal artillery. Which is somewhat random, I feel. Okay, so here is our tank. It has these 2 little roller wheels on it, which I don't know what those are for. I don't know too much about World War I. I know a lot about World War II. Not so much World War I stuff. I'm not the most knowledgeable person, alright? Okay, yeah. Dude, the light tank's just so much better, because they're just so much better at actually killing things. And the reason they're better at killing things is that they have a machine gun. Whereas the actual tank shooting rockets is not very good. Because, well, it's just really not good. Alright, faster. Don't really need any of this other stuff. Let's get a captain. This is not a captain. I kept calling this captain. This is an officer. It literally says officer. Okay, let's just spend all that and that. And then spend all that. Because we really don't need any more upgrades exactly. Okay, great. Our officer's gonna die. No, retreat. No, actually, now you gotta assault to protect. Okay, yeah, the units look a lot cooler with all of their upgrades. They look really bland about them, but they actually look interesting with them. And you know what? I bought this game on sale, so it's not exactly the worst. I don't think it's a bad purchase at all. Especially if it's on sale and you like stickman games, and this seems interesting. It's not a bad game. It's a bit stale, but not bad. I've played worse, alright? I've played way worse games than this. There are probably even free games out there that make you want your money back. Or your time. Alright, okay. We're not holding the line well. I'm not sure how these guys who have one upgrade, which is the boots, are doing better than my guys who have increased accuracy plus body armor, which I'm yet to see body armor do anything. And of course, since they all group up in the exact same spots, they keep getting hit by the bombs. Okay, let's just rush. Didn't work. Let's just hold the line here then. Build up some units, and then we can go rush. Another tank, sure. I'll just get gas masked, because it looks cool. Not because it's actually going to do anything, because they are never going to actually use poisonous gas correctly. And what is this? Infantry have 70% chance to wear gas mask. Gotta rush. And of course, one precision artillery destroys the entire tank. Man, this is going on for 9 minutes. You know what? That's it. We're done with this. Okay, yeah, so what we found out today? Russian Empire is completely overpowered. All the other ones kind of suck. But anyways, until next time, goodbye, and thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and go follow me at Rumble. And until next time, I think I literally just said that. Alright, well, just go watch something else.